Good afternoon from Saskatchewan. My name is LizaWithaZed, and I'm doing a vlog today. It's related to the reason that there isn't a regular upload today, which is that I've run out of pre-recorded and edited games in my buffer. Because I've been recovering this month from having had surgery. A while ago, I signed the consent forms and got on a waiting list for top surgery, which is, in my case, a double mastectomy. And they contacted me, I guess it was about towards the end of November. It's fairly, there wasn't a lot of warning. It was, yeah, we've got you booked in for surgery on the 10th. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because previous to that, they'd said that I wouldn't be, that I probably wouldn't be going in for surgery until well into the new year. But apparently an opening, a slot opened up, and I was put in for surgery on the 10th. And yeah, so the week after my birthday, I went in for surgery, and it went well. I took some extra time shaking off the anesthetic, and my foot fell asleep and wouldn't wake up. Like I was getting pins and needles in my foot to the point where I couldn't walk. So they kept me overnight, but I was cleared to go home the next day. And basically since then I've been recovering. It's been weird. I've had so little energy to do a lot of things, and one of those things I haven't been able to do is record and edit. Like pretty much the week of my birthday, I took it off because it was my birthday, and I thought, I've got a buffer, I'm fine. But then surgery happened, and I couldn't put in any work at all. I tried. I got like one day of recording in the weeks it's been since the 10th, and that's it. And one day of recording and one day of editing, and it wasn't enough to get an episode ready for today. So, so here I am. But yeah, I got surgery because I was getting really bad dysphoria with my breasts. It was making me feel really uncomfortable and not feel able to go out. And I haven't noticed that much of a change since the surgery, but in fairness, I'm still hyper conscious of my chest, but for different reasons. It's because I'm constantly aware of it, because I've got I've got the band-aids on them, the bandages, and I'm just constantly aware of my chest. There's a bit of a tightness in it. Part of that is, when I first got out of the surgery, I was wearing this really tight compression vest, packed with gauze. And I couldn't wait to get that off because it was so constricting and so tight. And then finally, after a week, the doctor said, yeah, you can have that off, but you're going to need to wear tight t-shirts to keep pressing down on the chest so that liquid doesn't pool in the chest cavity, which is scary and I think about way too much. But so what I've actually been doing is I tried to find a tight t-shirt, but the funny thing is all my t-shirts that previously were a bit tight are a bit loose now in the chest area for some reason. And I couldn't find a shirt that was like tight enough to feel that felt tight. Like there were some that fit perfectly, whereas they'd been overly snug before, but I couldn't really find anything that was snug. So what I've actually been doing is wearing my binder, which is not as constricting as it was because there's nothing, well, not nothing, but it's not pushing against breasts anymore. It's just snugly holding the chest. So I don't leave it on for too long. Like I don't sleep in it because sleeping in a binder is dangerous. It can constrict your airways and make you short of breath. And I noticed that I was a bit short of breath and having trouble breathing. And then I was like, nope, gotta stop sleeping in it. So instead I sleep in a tank top, the tightest tank top I can find of my clothes, which isn't that tight, but it isn't that loose either. So I don't know. I'm paranoidly obsessing over this for some reason. Because this is like all I have to think about. But when the doctor saw me, she said, you know, healing beautifully, healing perfectly. You know, the scabs on the nipples will come off. And yeah, my nipples look really gross right now. I'm sure you really want to know about my nipples, but fuck it, I'm going to talk about my nipples. Right now, there's a layer of dead tissue that's scabbing over, that's slowly peeling away and revealing like new pink skin underneath, new pink healthy skin underneath. And it looks horrible, but the doctor assures me that it's supposed to look like that and it'll heal, and when it all falls away, there'll be just perfectly healthy nipples underneath. Hooray. So I'm looking forward to that because right now they look god-awful. They're like purple and purpley brown. It's horrible. And I'm not going to show you because, oh my god, why would I do that? So I thought it was really cool. Right after I came out of surgery, I had drains in me, like little tubes coming out of my side, one on each side, and they were attached to these pumps, which were actually just these bulbs that you would squeeze, let all the air out, and then seal them up, and then let them go. And then the suction of slowly reinflating would draw the liquid out from my side, and I would have to empty those daily, one on the right side and one on the left side, and keep track of how much liquid came out. And yeah, and after a week, I went to see the doctor and gave her my sheet of how much liquid I'd been drawing out of them, and she's like, yep, those are ready to come out. So they came out, and then and she's like, okay, wait 48 hours for where the drains were to heal, and then you can take a shower. And I was like, hallelujah, because, oh my God, not showering for a week when you're wearing a tight, sweaty, constricting garment is the worst. The worst. And so I've been able to shower and feel nice and clean, put on clean clothes. I'm really grateful that I have 2 binders because it means I've been able to swap them in and out, so I don't wear one for too long and it doesn't get too stinky and gross, which is good. But yeah, I'm probably going to need to wash those soon. Why am I telling you this? You probably don't care about my laundry. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's up with me. That's the big the big thing in my life right now. And I thought, silly me, that because my job isn't very strenuous, that I would be able to get right back immediately to it and there wouldn't be a big interruption and I wouldn't run out of my my buffer. But no. Don't plan on getting anything accomplished the month after you get surgery, guys. Like, just don't, because you will feel exhausted all the time. You will need to put all your energy into healing, and you will get nothing done. Not writing, not editing, not filming, not nothing. Like, I had to default on a fanfic exchange, which I'm really kind of upset about, but nothing to be done, unfortunately. I'm hoping to get back to it when I'm feeling, when I have more energy. I'm going to get back to it and deliver something to the person, admittedly very belatedly, but I want to finish writing. I want to finish writing it. So, yeah. So yeah. That's basically, sorry, my mind's going blank. That's what's up with me. I'm still recovering. I'm going to try and put in full weeks of work, which for me is 3 days a week, 3 hours a day with breaks, which doesn't sound like much, but trust me, with my depression and anxiety, it's pushing myself pretty hard. and I haven't been able to even manage that lately. But yeah, my regular work week is 3 days a week, 3 hours with breaks. And, well, so I'm going to try and get back into it. And I'm worried that I'm just going to keep barely ahead of being able to upload, which is annoying, but what can I do? In order to get a buffer again, I would need to take more time off, and I'd like to avoid that if I can. So I'm going to do my best to keep ahead of uploads, but sometimes I fall short, and when that happens, you get a vlog. But hopefully this is something that was kind of interesting to talk about. So, the latest game that's going to be going up next week, because this week it's this vlog, is called Eversion, and it's a platformer. And it's one of those light, happy looking platformer, hides deep, darker themes but on a very superficial level. I've played through most of it, but I'm going to, it's going to take 2 weeks, 2 episodes to finish, probably. And, yeah. And I'm in the midst of editing the first episode of it, but I wasn't able to finish that today. C'est la vie. I haven't decided what I'm playing after Reversion. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-ish. No, not all. No, less than that, because... Oh, no. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 games on my one-shots list, or my short games list, I should say. Well, not my short games list, because basically games that are 2 hours or less. I call them one-shots, but really they're more commonly 2 shots. And, yeah, I've got 11 games on that list. So. There are a wide variety of very different stuff. There's like a couple of beat-em-ups and some platformers, some walking simulator puzzle game, and some stuff that just sort of completely defies classification, like a linguistics puzzler where you have to figure out a language. I'm looking forward to that one. That one's going to be fun. I may do that after Reversion. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's basically all I want to say. So, thanks for sticking with me and listening to me babble. And I hope you had a nice holiday, whether or not you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Yule or Kwanzaa or what have you. I hope you got to spend time with family and friends. I hope there was good food and presents, and I hope you had a nice time. So, anyway, thanks for joining me today. Like this video if you liked it, comment if it made you think, share if you know someone else who'd like it, and subscribe if you want to see more. If you want to support me and what I do, check out my Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/LizaWithaZed, or my Patreon at patreon.com/LizaWithaZed. That's it for now, and I hope I see you again next time. Play me out, Bowman.